The Twin Valley Locker Room Show takes you inside Clay Center Tiger Wrestling this week, and we get a chance to talk with Coach Pigorsch in a moment. First, the lone senior on this year's team, the hick from the sticks, Gabe Ware, joins us on the Locker Room Show. And Gabe, you come into this season 6-1 to start. As the lone senior, it's been a great start to the year. Kind of give us a look at what the season's been like through two events, the double duel and then the Riley County duels that you took place in last weekend.
Well, starting out, we only got about 12 guys going out, and so that kind of puts us in a hard spot for duels. But going out and get that double win over JC and Chapman was pretty sweet. And then I think everybody wrestled really well over at the Riley duels. But like I said, giving up 4 opens, it doesn't really help us out when duel-wise. But I think everybody's wrestling really well.
6-1's a great start. What are some of the things you have in your mind personally, maybe as a team and for yourself this year on the season?
Well, I know that a lot of guys have high expectations for this team, and I think we're going to do really well at state this year. And personally, I want to get in that finals match at state and can't wait to get a hold of that one guy that beat me last weekend again this weekend.
I love the attitude. To no one's surprise that knows Gabe and the competitor that he is. As you look at this last invitational, I know senior night's still a ways off in February. Have you thought about what it's going to be like this Saturday to step on that invitational mat one last time?
Try not to think about it too much, but it's going to be pretty hard. But I'm just got to leave it out on the mat, one last time.
And it's got to feel good to be on the mat. I know last year was one of those deals where you just had to deal with and then move on for the rest of the season. All right, Tiger Trivia, you know this deal from football. So in honor of Christmas, if you were to pick a Clay Center Tiger wrestler that would most be like Buddy the Elf, who would it be?
Hunter Mullen.
For some reason, I had the feeling you were going to say that, Gabe. I just had a feeling. What's your favorite Christmas movie?
We always watch Rudolph as a family right on Christmas Eve. So
perfect. I love it. And what have you asked Santa for this year?
Game of cornhole. You know that game?
I do. Yeah, we have it at our tailgate. Come over sometime. You can check. I thought sure it was going to be a trip to the state finals in wrestling. Yeah. You don't need Santa for that.
I don't need Santa for that.
I like it. Gabe Ware, the hick from the sticks, with us on the Locker Room Show. Back on the Locker Room Show, brought to you by Twin Valley and joined now by Coach Pigorsch. And, Coach, you guys have gotten the 2 wins, as Gabe told us, against Chapman and Junction City. I think, I'm going to guess, you've been asked this a few times by fans, maybe other coaches. You don't have a lot of numbers out this year. Gabe alluded to it as well. Your quantity is not big, but I know you and I have talked. You were excited coming into this year. You feel your quality is really superb.
Oh, absolutely. We have a quality group of guys out on the mat for us. And, it is kind of disappointing not having the numbers because you like to see those reciprocate and you like to see the kids, grow as the years go. But the kids that we have already grown tremendously this year. We got a nice little group of freshmen along with, a good group of junior and senior leaders that have helped the kids out. So I really look forward to what this year brings. But, in terms of working with the kids in practice with the small group, we've just been able to get so much more, there's the word quality again, just good quality reps, good quality goes in practice, and therefore the coaches have been able to work with the kids a little bit more. So, quality is kind of that word that stands out, and that's what you got here. You got a good group of kids, and I think we can do great things this year.
You talked about the coaches. You mentioned them. Give us a look through your staff that you have working with you this year.
This year I have Craig Rickley with me again. That's a 7th year we've worked together. Michael Brownell's in his 6th season with the high school. And then new this year for us is Coach Michael Patnode, who was a former Clay Center state placer and wrestler, and he's done a great job coming in as a new coach.
It's a lot of fun to see those guys come back that we followed through their careers as wrestlers on the mat. Through the first 2 duels, the wins over Chapman and Junction City, and then the Riley County duels tournament. Where do you score your team this early in the season? It may be tough to put a real score on it. How do you feel coming out of those events?
I feel really good. Those were dual competitions. We were giving up some opens, so that's gonna hinder us. But tournament-wise, I feel really good. I feel, at the state tournament, if you have 6 guys that score points for you, and 6 guys that are in that placing kind of, point scoring category, you've got a really good chance. You're going to trophy for sure, if not win it. And I feel that we have close to that. And so therefore, I really think, February is going to be nice to us and nice for us. And we can come into that state tournament charging hard with guys that are there to go in and win the tournament. I'm thinking we've got 4 or 5 guys to make the finals. So I like our chances, especially in the tournament type of a setting. In a tough tournament type setting, I really like that. So.
Regional championships this year. We're not traveling way out west anywhere for the first time in a while. You guys go to Smoky Valley. I'm guessing you've at least taken a look at what that looks like.
Yeah, it's kind of stayed consistent year in, year out in the teams that we face. However, it's going to be tough. It's a tough region. It's 4A is a tough tournament to qualify for in terms of what you got to go through, but not traveling out west will help us, especially in the winter months. And then I think going into that regional, we've performed well the last couple of years, so that's what we're working for. I feel our kids have a good feel for that. They have the experience of wrestling in regionals and even at the state tournament, and so I think that if we can keep everyone healthy, we're going to have a good charge there at regionals as well.
Okay, Coach P's first take at Tiger Trivia.
Okay.
You loaded up for this deal?
All right.
If you could name one Tiger wrestler that is the toughest to take down, who would you think it would be?
On this year's team?
This year's team.
Ooh, toughest to take down on this year's team. That's hard to say. Gabe and Ryan are both pretty hard to take down. I'd say it'd be a toss-up between Gabe or Ryan. They're both really hard to score on. They're both real strong. Gabe's really strong, and Ryan's technique is really good. He's ever since he started wrestling has been hard to score on. So it'd probably be one of those two.
It's great you've got to think about it, though. That means there's a lot of guys that are tough to take down on this team. All right, do you open Christmas gifts on Christmas Eve or on Christmas Day?
Well, we do a little bit of both. We do some of the gifts during Christmas Eve, but then Santa comes and brings good things for the kids on Christmas morning, so we get to take part in both, which is fun.
We can all think back to, as kids or as parents, those little ones running around. You're living it right now, so a fun time. Name the last song and artist you either purchased or downloaded.
Last song or artist that I downloaded. I downloaded a live show from this summer that I went to. It was a string cheese incident concert, so not many people will know who that is. However, it was a live show that I downloaded from going to this summer. So
most know that I'm a music fan. I can always count on this guy to come up with someone I've never heard of, and then I listen. It's like pretty cool stuff. So you have some obscure taste, but they're ones that I seem to adhere to, it seems, when you bring them up. So it's kind of cool stuff. Coach Pigorsch, as always, we appreciate it. Good luck this weekend at the Invitational. Twin Valley brings you the Locker Room Show and inside Clay Center Tiger Wrestling.